sons, you could have stayed. It's only over when the day is done. I never knew you was a runner, yeah. I mistook you for a son. It don't matter what we think when it's all over. 'Cause this is our last chance to leave it all behind. Raise your voice and raise your power, yeah. This is our last chance to leave it all behind. Raise your voice and raise your power, yeah.
Archie, is it fun?
Fun.
Fun.
After me. Ready? Happy?
Happy.
New?
New?
New.
Boom.
Was wrong to say I wouldn't change a thing, 'cause in the story of our lives, the best of times through color glass, time rolls on enough to let me move on past, but every little now and then it creeps on back to shade my smile.
So I'm gonna start a new video, but I'm continue recording. Quote, it really saddened me, the immediate bitchy coverage of Harry and Meghan. I couldn't bear it. Emily says the Sussexes coverage, quote, became the center point within hours, end quote, and show a lack of respect for the Queen. So they should stop talking about them. Okay? They should, the UK media should stop talking about them. But we already know the Sussex squad are gonna talk about Harry and Meghan, just like Myra said on my last video. Let's see, 47 seconds.
The thing that surprised me, no, it didn't surprise me, but it really saddened me, was just the immediate bitchy coverage of Harry and Meghan. I just couldn't bear it. And I don't really care what anyone thinks of Harry or Meghan, but I just think that it became the sort of centre point within 48 hours of whether she had walked the crowds, whether she was properly doing it, whether she was hugging people, what, you know, whether the brothers could bear each other. And I just thought, if you respect the Queen in any sense at all, wouldn't you want her to feel that her children and her grandchildren and her great-grandchildren were just being sort of looked after a little bit?
That's what happened with UK media. They want to talk about Harry all the time. Or maybe, okay, remember, it was William who invited Harry and Meghan to come out to that walkabout. And who was driving that car, which I made point over and over again? It was William who was driving. So whose fault it is? Not Harry and Meghan. Okay, I think Harry and Meghan would have just stayed in the UK and their Frogmore cottage, chat with their children via Zoom or whatever it may be, okay, until Monday for the funeral. But they wanted them to come and do all of this or whatever, so they show up out of respect for the Queen. Okay, so it's not their fault. It's not their fault. Let's see 75 comments here. The media don't care about the Queen, Charles, or William, hence the endless coverage of Harry and Meghan. If they are holding hands, why is Meghan looking too beautiful at the funeral? But Meghan is extremely beautiful. How else can she have one? Okay, when I start laughing like this, just look at the screen because the screen. Oh my god. Okay, let me put my glasses on. Okay, where should I start here? Meghan looking too beautiful at the funeral, but Meghan is extremely beautiful. How else can she have another face that is Meghan? His face so gorgeous. I'm sorry, I find this too funny. Okay, when are we going to call out the racism and lack of protection from the royal family? Okay, and do they think the Queen enjoys seeing them treat the Sussexes like that? Do they think it makes the king happy? People need to grow up. It's not clever, it's not classy, it's childish and cruel. Well, when you think about it, okay, even at her own funeral, Harry and Meghan overshadowed. Remember how some of the squad are saying, you know, at least the Queen could have come out and say something, because the Queen did come out and say something about Bojo's wife or something. I didn't cover that. It's just through the squad, through Twitter, I heard the Queen did spoke out against the media who was saying some stuff about Bojo's wife, right? So if she could do that for Bojo's wife, why didn't she do that for the Sussexes? Okay, so now even on her own death, I guess it's her own doing, the Queen's own doing. If she had spoken out when she was able to, okay, when she was alive, pretty much that's when you could speak, so that same thing carry on. So it's her own doing. That's the way I see it. Okay, if she had spoke to the media and said, stop, you know, do this to my grandson and my grandson, granddaughter-in-law, all of this would have not happened at her own funeral. So it's their own making. So when she was alive, I guess, in my humble opinion, because she cannot speak now, but based on what I was seeing back then, is that her son Andrew, she wanted to shield him. So at that time, the media talking about Harry and Meghan was okay, because at least her son was not in the front page. So it's all her making. It's not our fault. Okay, so she should have said something when she could. Some of our media are an absolute disgrace, and they must be called out on it. Hey, okay, what is it? Charles thought that disrespecting Harry and Meghan during his big day, I guess, is coming. So there it is. It's his problem. I don't think we can just blame this on the media alone. We all see the same headline. Some of us make a choice to think critically, show compassion and decency, and others choose bigotry and hatred. Okay, they respect the money from clicks more than they will ever respect the Queen. That's why that has been quite obvious for years. Alright, so there's some more comments, but let's move on. Let me like this so it will appear on my like. What else is going on? That's that. What the palace and royals are doing is not leaking. It's okay, I covered this on video 1. Okay, so I guess let's see here. I think we're seeing full-fledged what Harry and Meghan said on Oprah. The institution is vile. I don't give Charles credit for all of this. He's not bright enough. I think the British press staff are the ones at play, and they are sabotaging Scobie as well. Only Scobie said Sussex were. But I read that article. Well, I already recorded, so I have it's on my video. What was that, the article again? What is it? Duke and Duchess invite to state reception. That one. Okay, and the squad archive it. It was the archive one that I share, that I will be sharing. Okay, let's go into that. And it's the same thing that they did to something white, another reporter. There was an event that oh my god, another royal rat went to, and he was the one who put it out there, and then Nadine White report on that, and then when they realized what William said was garbage, okay, that's when he went to the Ukraine thing, whatever it was, where he said he could only give a smile or whatever, that particular event. Okay, instead of going after the royal rat, they went after Nadine. Okay, so it's the same pattern that's happening here. All right.
I'm sorry we can only come and give words and comfort, but we are thinking about you the whole time, and we really care about what's going on. So
sometimes it's that's more than financial.
Well, if we can give you the odd smile here and there, that's important. So, you know.
Let's see here. Invited to the reception because they consider him the Sussex mouthpiece. None of the usual British reporters with scoop and intel said anything until it was time to report that they had been uninvited. And come to think of it, it makes total sense. Sussexes no longer are working royals. You've got the York ladies who are full HRH princesses. We never expect them to be at these events, so why show Harry and Meghan? It is the institution that has an agenda. The institution is creating noise. Harry and Meghan are there as family members, as they are not there as member of the firm. The institution, for some of you, look back in some of my old videos where I was explaining, based on my understanding, how the firm and the family is completely separate entities. That was before the Oprah interview. I did bring that up, and there's this gentleman is saying the same thing. Okay. HRH, the Duke of Thomason. I don't follow him, but he came on my timeline. Who is this? This account is safe space except for UK royalists, the British media, and anti-Meghan Duke of Sussex. Them wit. That's a good one. Oh, I am following him. I didn't know that. Okay. All right, let's continue reading. Let's take it from here. Harry and Meghan are there as family members. They are not there as member of the firm. The institution which Harry and Meghan criticize is not the family. Nuance the tabloid glaze over in order to say Sussexes bash the royal family and push their anti-Meghan campaign. That's a very good point. The institution is the entity Harry said his father and brother are trapped in. Very good distinction. He understands that. The palace officials, men in grey suits, as per Diana, are the ones who run the tabloid. However, it is indeed Charles who refuses to stand up for his son and daughter-in-law. Bingo. Scobie himself said last year that people inside the palace told him he chose his side. Why will he be privy to such private intel about Harry and Meghan, if not to put it out only for him to have to come back on his word after? They want folks to question his credibility. That's a very good point. That is a very good point. All right, let's go to the next one. All right. I don't think this about the Sussexes at all. It's about Andrew. They got pushback probably from the Americans about not wanting Biden anywhere near him while he is still ducking the FBI. I don't think what is it? I don't think the president have anything to do with that. The president cannot arrest him. Okay, they're just using the working royals only rule to avoid singling him out. What is that? This one is funny. The couple received an invitation to grand event for world leader and foreign royals earlier this week, but are thought unlikely to attend after palace officials insist it was for working members of the royal family. You know, the institution is probably doing all of this nonsense. Okay, and remember how I said the biggest mistake. Okay, the biggest mistake the firm ever did was allowing Harry to marry Meghan. But the other mistake that I see happen here is that William getting politicians to work within the firm, so they know how it works. So they pretty much, whoever's working in there is setting glaze in the institution. Remember what the ultimate goal that I've said before? Remember, it's still at play. Who has control of the army? Who is that? Always remember that. People want control of that. Once they have control of that, whatever they want to do outside of the UK and let's say Commonwealth, things that they want to do. Look how they're setting fires in Kenya, and there's a screenshot that I have. It's old. I'll put it, but it was during the summer I came across it. All right. So they have special interests. Those Tories, those politicians who are business people. All right. So they know the game. In order to have full power, they want the army. So who has control of the army? Okay, the firm. And who is the head of the firm right now? Charles. before it was the Queen. So right now, during this period of transition, they're gonna really try to set the freaking... I've said this a long time ago. Okay? It's hint at a lack of communication between the London and California-based branches of the family, as well as a lack of certainty over how exactly to deal with Harry and Meghan as grieving members of the Queen's family. Where did that come from? Okay, this whole situation is a dumpster fire. The palace has a golden PR opportunity, but they are determined to F it up. Oh my god, this is ridiculous. That is true. They have a golden opportunity to set things straight, but they're effing it up. Okay, I can't wait for Monday. I'm sorry, I'm laughing. She's one of the squatties who let us know what's going on. Oh shit, what did I do? What did I just do? Okay, I can't wait for Monday. Hurry up. Sorry, but how can the palace be this inept and disorganized? It's just like when it's just like when I think they have crumb of decency. Oh my god, I know. I've been saying this over. They screwed up. I said this. Miss opportunity after miss opportunity. Okay, wow. Okay, I don't think this is about the Sussexes at all. It's about Andrew. They got pushback probably from the Americans about not wanting Biden anywhere near him while he is still ducking the FBI. I don't know. They're just using the word royals only rule to avoid singling him out. Twitter. Yeah, I don't think Biden has anything to do with that. Anyway, I'm not looking forward to these types of articles when Harry and Meghan go back home, but I know it's coming. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle headed home to California before the end of the Platinum Jubilee. Alright, so that's that. Okay, it was deliberately done so the tabloid can create a royal snub narrative and will be humiliating for the Sussexes. Will end you. So I had to stop recording because I was recording in the middle of the day and my kids came back from school, so I had to stop. But the problem that I see here while editing this video is that the royal family wants control. They want control of Harry and Meghan because the thing that the royal family, considered prestige to them, which is having access to world leaders, do all sort of important kind of things that were somewhat reserved only for royals, but Harry and Meghan are doing it anyway outside of the royal family. So I think, in my humble opinion, the problem the institution, the firm is having is the fact that Harry and Meghan are doing extremely well outside of the firm, so they want to have control of that. And I'm editing this video on like a day after the funeral, and there's some issues that's going on that I come across but not fully have the full grasp of it. And I think right now there's some, in my humble opinion, which I've said in other videos, is that I think there's some sort of a discussion that's going on, possibly regarding the book that Harry's gonna have coming out, maybe. But the full problem that I'm seeing right now, I think it's the fact that Harry and Meghan are doing extremely well. They have connections. They could do things that the royal family are doing even much better than the royal family. So there's a problem there, because the way the royal family are in existence to the eyes of the UK people is to do charitable work, do all of that. But if Harry and Meghan are doing the work and there's you could see the fruit of their labor, but in the royal family you cannot see the fruit of their labor. Okay, so they just put the word out there, they're doing charitable work, but what is the outcome of that work when the charities are closing off? So this kind of things is the problem, I think, that's going on. This is the thing that's going on. It's much more, I think, but the fact that they don't have control of Harry, and this is why I think whoever did not want the 50-50 we need to thank our lucky stars, because if they were doing 50-50, you know, half of the year they're working for the royal family and half of the year they're doing their own thing, it would have been a problem. There would have been limitation. So by not having any access to the Sussexes, this is where they're having issues right now, because they don't know what they're doing. That way they could counteract and sabotage their work, this kind of thing. And then with the invite and uninvite, one of the tweets that I was reading here while I'm editing, it made me realize is that with the Omid thing, the tweet that I read, I think he is right. They're trying to sabotage Omid, saying that he put something out and then it was never like that. And this is where they're trying to say, I've been reading a lot of things, they're blaming Omid for it. I don't think Omid has anything to do with that. He's just reporting what they told him. So whoever's trying to sabotage him, it's not Omid's fault if this is what they told him. Okay? And then with the invite and uninvite is the fact that they want Harry and Meghan to feel like, okay, you cannot have access to world leaders while you're here with us in the UK. Or it could be as well, if Harry and Meghan were to be at the party, is that the kind of overshadowing. People will want to speak to Harry and Meghan, and Charles really get jealous about this kind of things, that he wants to be the center of attention. That's the problem as well, I think, with the invite and uninvite. Alright, is the term of access with world leaders. They're trying to humiliate Harry and Meghan, but when in fact, I don't think Harry and Meghan give a damn ass about that. Alright, so that's it for this podcast. Please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share. If you want to support this channel, there's a PayPal link in the description. You could donate. Those who have donated, thank you. And those who are members, I appreciate it. Thank you.